What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, back with some more boxing. I'm back with my segment, Ego's What's Next. Want to talk about the career path of Adrien Broner and what I see in the future for him. For me, I think this is a devastating loss, namely because of how he represented himself in the build up to the fight. If he just went in there, if he just fought the fight he fought and did random, regular interviews, if you will, and then he lost, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. But based on him saying I'm gonna light him up like a Christmas tree, make him speak English, humping him in the ring, the dry butt fucking or whatever, extra shit like that. Um, it's just now that when he got ran through by Marcos Maidana, it looks a little bit like a lot of people are laughing. A lot of people are making fun of him. A lot of people are making jokes. And you're the butt of a lot of jokes just based on the fact that you talked a good game and then you weren't able to cash in. So, as far as Adrien Broner, I think he's going to have to build and rebuild psychologically more than anything. And again, this is a guy who's on all access, running his mouth like crazy, telling the fans what he's going to do. And then, like I said in my last video, for 2 fights, he hasn't really delivered as much as he's promised. So, one thing when I was a manager at Lowe's, like a salary manager, I'd have associates who would place these special orders. Let's say a special order for a ceiling fan. And the way it works, we order it from the manufacturer, they ship it to us, and then when it comes in, we call the customer. Now, in that given situation, just from working there so long, we know it takes about a week, 5 days, 7 days maybe. But I told the associates never tell the customer it'll be here in 5 days, just because that's on the low side of things, and different things come up that may not be accounted for. A holiday, a delay in like packaging or shipment, UPS delay, any kind of thing. So we're supposed to tell the customer it'll be about 2 weeks. Your special order ceiling fan will be here in about 2 weeks. We'll call you when it comes in. Very short, very sweet, very simple. Now, the good thing with this is if you are over promising and under delivering, that's going to piss the customer off. Like if they're over promise something, you said, "Oh, you said it'd be here in 5 days, you motherfucker." Like, you know what I mean? They're going to be upset. But if you tell them 2 weeks and it comes in 5 days or 3 days, then the customer's not going to be mad. They're not going to be mad that you over delivered, but they're going to be mad if you over promise and under delivered. Now, that's kind of what Broner's done in the last couple of fights. So he needs to stop with the antics, the little bro, big bro, all that dumb shit. Focus on boxing. Focus on rigorous training. You might want to put your album, push that shit back. Push the album back. The touring with Lil Wayne and T.I. Hey, what's up? What's happening? All that. Boxing is a dedicated and disciplined sport. You can't have one foot out and one foot in and expect to fight these Marcos Maidanas. Marcos Maidana, to my knowledge, he doesn't really have anything outside of boxing. And I'm not saying he doesn't have anything because I don't know him personally, but his focus is boxing. I would be content saying that his focus is boxing. He has a fiance, he has a kid, and his focus is boxing. He's, to my knowledge, he's no actor in Argentina. He doesn't have like a chain of restaurants in Oxnard or anything like that. His focus, how he eats, how he makes his money, is boxing. With Broner's become this kind of overnight celebrity. He's had some flashy performances, rapping on the way out, dancing. Hey, Pops, brush my hair. Hey, B. Like all that shit. That might be cool with the teeny boppers and the fans you garnered from that. But when it comes to business, it's business. And again, you got people like Marcos Maidana. They don't have a rap career or a country western singing career or a record deal. They don't know how to dance, nothing. Boxing is what they do. They're in it for the hurt business, and they're willing to take punches to give punches and stuff like that. So you can't half-ass this shit. You have to really be dedicated, put the work in. It's amazing to me how people were even comparing Broner to Mayweather to begin with, because one thing where I think Mayweather excels from a lot of fighters is his stamina. He lives a clean life, doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, and his stamina. I don't know anyone, even the biggest Mayweather hater, I don't know anyone who is comfortable going on record who's like an actual credible person in boxing who's willing to say Mayweather's lazy. He doesn't put the work in. So as far as Broner, you got to put the work in. You got to get back to the basics. Enough of the dancing, enough of the showboating. Get back to the basics. Take your opponents serious. You're not going to be able to hurt or run through everybody like you did maybe in the lower weight divisions. So he really needs to refocus his mind. As far as his corner, um, I'm not trying to blast them, but I think they kind of bought into the hype to the point where they kind of became a yes man. His father, his corner. I didn't really hear much intensity in the Maidana fight like I wanted to. And that's one thing I love in a fight like the Maidana fight. When it's not going your corner's way, you got to really get in that fighter's ass, slap them, pour water on them, really get it in their head. The late great Emmanuel Stewart, rest in peace. He was perfect. Maybe, you know what I mean, maybe overboard, but I'd rather have someone, again, go overboard than underboard. Emmanuel Stewart, watch the fight. If you don't believe me, watch the fight with Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. He knew how dangerous Tyson was as a puncher and just as an overall fighter. And when Lennox Lewis wasn't putting his foot on the gas enough and he needed to push his fighter, he was able to get that reaction. And Lennox Lewis listened to his corner, he listened to Stewart, and was able to stop Tyson. But Emmanuel Stewart, in between rounds, he was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're in there with a killer. This man's gonna kill you." Like, he was getting mad, and I like that. I like to see that. I want to see the corner animated. When your fighter's getting mopped up like Adrien Broner was and ran through, I need to hear something from the corner. I need to hear some excitement, some intensity, and some motivation. The Mickey or whatever from Rocky, yeah, bomb rock, like something. I need to hear that, and I didn't really hear that in the Broner corner. There, you need a KO to win. Like, they're talking like it's a like an intro to an album. Like, yeah, bad boy, Harlem Roll. Like, you can't be all calm and shit. Like, you need to like energize your fighter. So, Broner, he has talent. He has athletic ability. He really just needs to get his shit together and determine how bad he wants it in terms of boxing. Do you want to be someone who's known for this? Do you want to come back stronger? Really, the ball's in his court as far as that's concerned. But he really has to get his head on, put the work in, train his ass off, stop bloating and ballooning up in weight. Stop worrying about trying to be cute and fly in the ring. Save all of that for the fight build up if you want, but you're in there with killers sometimes at this level. So that's really what I think for what's next for Broner. I think he can bounce back, but it's really going to be dependent on him. If this has crushed him mentally, then it's pretty much over for him, because this was pretty embarrassing, especially given the fight. Like, at least other fights like Nonito Donaire versus Vic Darchinyan. At least Nonito, he didn't look great in the fight, but he was able to stop his opponent. And even if he didn't, even if he lost, I mean, he was already coming off of a loss. And to my knowledge, Nonito in the build-up of the fight wasn't talking crazy and saying, I'm gonna light up Darchinyan like a Christmas tree. Indy, Nonito Donaire, not dying. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.